Few lingering clouds over the 4 states.
75 in Monette, 79 in Pittsburgh, 81 in Joplin. To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app.
Time now for the KIX Kids Pledge featuring Carly from Joplin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job, Carly. And if you'd like your kids to be on the KIX Kids Pledge, just go to KIX1025.com and click on the link on the Morning KIX page to find out how to upload your audio.
Right now, we're getting you signed up to win tickets to go see Chris Jansen at the Black Oak Amp this Friday night.
Just text the word tickets and only the word tickets. TICKETS to 623-1025 to get qualified.
And we're going to find out that winner in about 20 minutes.
Here's Jordan Davis
on the 4 States Concert Connection.
KIX 102.5. Not emojis, not GIFs, not pictures of your kids on the toilet. None of that. So this says
on
it's
the
only going
toilet.
to make it active for 30 days.
What is that supposed to mean?
You only have access. You'll have to let me know when it becomes inactive, and I'll give it to you again. Apparently, they put a limit on how long you can have this. Stupid. I ought to be able to ask if I want it to be a limited amount.
How long are his audiobooks typically? Do you know?
What the heck?
What's up?
How long is an audiobook?
For him, yeah.
About 10 hours.
Okay.
Create, share link, copy link. Okay, it should be there now. Let me go email it to you.
Either way. Good morning, everybody.
Because I'm on KIX's page. You're going to get it.
Morning, Sheila. Good morning, Dorinda. Shooby-doo, shooby-doo. Okay, now they're getting it. Just the word tickets.
Okay. Try that and make sure you get there. What I advise you do is go and download them all.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Your computer, your phone, whatever. Rhonda just messaged me. Oh, geez, I thought Phil sent those. I'll have him send them to you today, or should I send them to Danielle? I should have him send them to me, right? So we can handle that, Danielle, or should we let Danielle handle that?
Has she been handling the other ones? Have her send them to Danielle, but CC you on it so Danielle knows that you're aware of it. And you'll be making sure, it gets done that way. Good morning, Shirley. How you doing?
I knew she'd get right on it when I did that.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the Odd Thomas books. You ever read those? Dean Koontz? Another great story series.
That's what you sent me.
Huh?
You sent me Odd Thomas.
Dang it. I grabbed the wrong thing. Okay, you can have those two if you want. They're really good.
Thanks.
There's a TV series around that is really, really good. And I forget the name of the guy who plays it.
Why aren't you downloading? What's .epub?
That is an ebook, I think. That's not an audiobook.
It won't even let me open it.
You have to have an app probably to open it. I'm surprised that Apple doesn't offer that. EPUB is an ebook, so you have to have an e-reader app.
Okay.
Some of these Terry Pratchett links will be those two, I think.
Okay.
But most of them are.
We'll try this one. See how that goes. We're talking books this morning.
How do we get off on this? Why was this the
because
thing?
you...
the death character.
Sickle underneath my pillow.
So he adopts. He feels like he needs more in his life, so he adopts death. Adopts a boy and starts training him. So he lives in this in-between world, Mm-hmm. But it's hilarious, some of the conversations.
And is this a human boy?
No. He adopts him as a son. Mort is his name. So they've got some of his more famous quotes. He appears in every Discworld novel. He's the only character that appears in every single one.
Does that mean there's always death in these books?
Yes, there is. What?
Yes, Jen.
Okay. I want some of his quotes. So he says, like, other than that, of course, there is, which isn't funny, but Mort shook his head. There is no justice. Death side, no, there's just me. Sometime the truth is arrived at by adding all the little lies together and deducting from them the totality of what is known. Steal $5, you're a common thief. Steal thousands, you're either the government or a hero. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 709.
A heat advisory in effect through Friday could feel as hot as 110 this afternoon. It's already 81 in Joplin.
We've got the way to cool yourself off. It's Chris Jansen concert tickets for the show tomorrow night at the Black Oak Amphitheater.
If you want to go to the show, you can get entered to win right now by texting tickets, just the word tickets, TICKETS, to 6231025.
That's going to get you qualified, and we'll find out who wins in just 10 minutes. Stupid, no one comes on! You dumb. All right, winner, chicken dinner.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Oh, my Lanta.
Nope. If they don't know how to fill out the info. No, it won't. It won't show unless you stop it, will it? Okay, never mind. Let's go to messages. Yeah, let's do. No, I don't like that. Summerfly. That's not a real name.
I wondered that.
Summerfly. What do you think about the one right below that?
In all caps?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Sounds familiar, but let's go ahead and try it. All right. Hello, who is this?
This is Ashley.
Likely story. You don't sound like Ashley.
Me.
do this for me. Try to sound a little more Ashley-like. Oh, that's not even close, is it?
That was a little bit closer than
I
before.
don't think it was. I think it sounded more like Larry or James-like than Ashley.
Maybe a little Brad.
A little Brad?
Yeah, right? Did you
Absolutely
hear that?
it was. Try to sound a little less like Brad, a little more like Ashley, maybe Elizabeth. Maybe try, if you focus on Elizabeth, maybe you'll get Ashley by proxy. There it is. There it is. That's it.
Yeah, that was so good.
Wait, it's important that you sound like Ashley because Ashley has won tickets to go see Chris Jansen at the Black Oak Amphitheater tomorrow.
Woo!
Congratulations, Ashley, if it really is you.
It's really me.
Ashley, tell us who's the Four States Concert Connection.
KIX 102.5.
All right, Ashley.
All
Sorry
right, I
to
think
harass you so severely.
we just need your street address, please.
20.
All right, I think we've got everything else. Is this email for you correct? The A Woodruff 0221?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so these tickets are going to be emailed to you. So just keep an eye on your email. They may go to spam. It should be from like national at ZRI Marketing. If you don't have them by tomorrow morning, just call our clearance office at 624-1025.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Ashley. Congratulations.
Thanks, Ashley.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thanks.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, who is this? Hello, who is this?
This is Ashley.
Likely story. You don't. Doesn't sound a lot like Ashley. Doesn't sound a lot like Ashley.
It's me.
Try to. Hey, do this for me. Try to.
Me.
Try to. Hey, who the. Try to sound a little more Ashley-like.
Hey.
Oh, wait, and I like the pause. Like just a little more Ashley-like.
Hey.
That may be a little too long, but Ashley-like.
Hey.
That's not even close, is it?
That was a little bit closer than
I don't think it was. I think it sounded more like Larry or James like than Ashley.
Maybe a little Brad.
A little Brad.
Yeah, right? Did you
Absolutely
hear
it was. Try to sound a little less like Brad, a little more like Ashley, maybe Elizabeth. Maybe try, if you focus on Elizabeth, maybe try Ashley, maybe try, if you focus on Elizabeth, maybe you'll get Ashley by proxy. Makes no sense. That's her. Wait, it's important. Wait, it's important that you sound like Ashley because Ashley has won tickets to go.
Yay.
Congratulations, Ashley, if it really is you.
Where's the ding, ding,
Really
ding?
me.
What?
The ding, ding, ding? Did that not play?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
Really me.
Ashley, tell us who's the Four States.
KIX 102.5.
You sounded really good there.
Thank you.
Really, just a natural question, just thrown out there at random. I love that.
Good. Morning, Kathy. Good morning, Heather.
I did not start the recording until it was ringing, so I don't have the boop, 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 boop. But I need that.
You got time.
Yeah.
We'll do this seg here, and then
Uh-uh.
you can do it. We'll have 3 whole minutes. No.
KIX 102.5, the Four States, #1 for country. What is wrong with you?
I didn't like that at all. That
Well, then
made
don't
me feel
do it
weird.
ever
Don't do
again.
that.
We're gonna
That was not
Find
me.
out who's the winner of the Chris Jansen tickets is right after Kenny Chesney.
On KIX 102.5. Don't do it.
You did it again.
No.
Okay. like I ever dialed a number that quickly.
That was amazing.
Hello.
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 Hello. Telephone.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Your wood's really rough, Ashley. What? Woodruff.
Woodruff. Ruff. That's what I was
So-
going to go with if you didn't come up with something.
Here's a Terry Pratchett quotation. Real stupidity beats artificial intelligence every time.
That is pretty good. I somehow managed to still mess this up.
Just erotic, nothing kinky. It's the difference between using a feather and using a chicken. That's one of the
pretty
lines
good.
I remember. Education is a lot like a communicable sex disease. It made you unsuitable for a lot of jobs, and then you had the urge to pass it on.
He's pretty funny. Okay, so that's fixed.
If you trust in yourself and believe in your dreams and follow your star, you'll still get beaten by people who spent their time working hard and learning things and weren't so lazy.
Oh. The realism there. Morning, Melissa.
You give a man a fire, he's warm for a day.
Mm-hmm.
But if you set fire to him, he's warm for the rest of his life. Pets are always a great help in a time of stress and in times of starvation, too.
Oh. Don't need that, puppy.
The pen is mightier than the sword if the sword is very small and the pen is very sharp. Yeah, he is the Shakespeare of that kind of writing, really. And once you go down the
I can't wait to
hint
listen.
you because they'll come from e-ticks.
3 seconds.
Okay. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
A heat advisory in effect through Friday could feel as hot as 110 this afternoon. It's 81 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather and tell you how hot it's going to get today in just about 5 minutes.
But we've been having you text the word tickets to 623-1025 to get you entered to win tickets to go see Chris Jansen.
Here's my question. Okay, we take these registrations, right? They come into our little snazzy computer artificial intelligence deal, right?
Right,
Then it picks a name for us, and we contact that person, right?
right.
How do we know that it's actually the person that they're purporting to be?
Well, we're hoping they put in their information correctly.
Well, I mean, yes, maybe they did and everything, but how do we know who we're calling, that we're calling the person that they say that they are when we're calling them?
As long as they sound like the person that they say they are, then it should be the person that
How
they
do
say that
we-
they
yeah,
are, right?
That's what they got to sound like the person. So we've got our winner here. Let's test this theory, okay?
Okay.
Hello,
Hello, who is this?
this is Ashley.
Doesn't sound a lot like Ashley.
That's me.
Try to sound a little more Ashley-like. Do it.
Hey.
Oh, that's not even close, is it?
That was a little bit closer than
I don't
before.
think it was. I think it sounded more like Larry or James-like than Ashley.
Maybe a little Brad.
A little Brad? And
Yeah, right? Did you
absolutely
hear
it
that?
was. Try to sound a little less like Brad, a little more like Ashley. Maybe try, if you focus on Elizabeth, maybe you'll get Ashley by proxy. There it is.
Hey.
There it is.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
it.
that was so good.
Wait, it's important that you sound like Ashley because Ashley has won tickets to go see Chris Jansen at the Black Oak Amphitheater tomorrow.
Yay.
Congratulations, Ashley, if it really is you.
It's really me.
Ashley, tell us he's the 4 States Concert Connection.
KIX 102.5.
I like that. That was very Discworld-esque.
That was
The
fun.
kind of illogical conversation that they
Mhm.
have all through these books.
I love it.
So, Small Gods is so cool because it's all about these deities that only exist if people believe in them. So they do all these things to get people to believe them, you know. And it's after they get so many people believe them that they get arrogant and start demanding sacrifices and
Mhm.
stuff. And Offler, the crocodile god. He's a mess.
Offler. Well, cool. I'm so excited.
Can't see me the tickets because they'll come from ETIX. I don't know what that means. So
The website ETIX, right?
I don't know. I mean, I don't understand what that means. Why can't she CC me the link in the email that she sends to Danielle?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Add, maybe they don't allow CC, so you can't get multiple people.
What?
I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. Whatever. She knows. She knows we need them. She's checking into it, et cetera, et cetera. I have Thomas Harris books. He's the guy who wrote all the Silence of the Lambs series.
Mm.
Tim Dorsey. What does Tim Dorsey write?
Tim Dorsey?
Oh, Tim Dorsey's the guy who writes the Florida Roadkill books, the Surge Storms. I've got about 15 of those.
Triggerfish Twist?
Yep.
The Stingray Shuffle?
He's another, he parodies Florida Man,
Uh-huh.
and they're ridiculous. But there's a lot of Florida history wrapped up in it, and this guy, he's a serial killer that goes around, but he's hilarious. And he only kills people when they need it.
Ooh, Sheila's getting ready to go to California and the beach. Well, good for you, Sheila. I hope you guys have a great time.
Oh, banana.
Morning, Megan. Oh, you're going to Indio.
What? Where? Where?
Indio, California.
Oh, I thought it's like India.
No, Indio. Which is where I think she was going to move to, right, Sheila? So were you in the pool last night?
No, I did not get in the pool last night. By the time I got home and everything from playing, it was really too late. I was on the phone with a friend for a while, so I did start watching the new Idris Elba series.
What is that?
It's on Apple TV. I can't remember what the name of it is, but so far, I only got to watch about 30, 40 minutes of it, but so far it's been pretty good. Idris Elba's kind of hit and miss because he can be a little over the top
You think so?
with his acting. Oh, yeah, he's way too dramatic. Did you watch the Dark Tower movie with him? Based on a Stephen King story series. Horrible rendition of it. Mainly because it was written so horribly. Do not watch the Dark Tower movie. Awful. But Idris Elba, continuity issues all through it, but then there's him always like this, always. And then what was the British TV series that he had? I watched all the seasons of it. That was so popular. Launched his career, really. He wasn't an actor in movies till after this series, this British TV series.
I'll look it up. I like him.
He's trying so hard to be intense, and it can come off as
That's so funny you said that because I was going to say, wow, that picture looks really intense.
yeah, every single one.
Let's see, the TV
Always.
show.
And he overdoes it.
The Office?
No, he was in The Office, but he was already a famous actor by then. There was a British TV show that he was in. I thought he was pretty good in The Office, actually.
Sometimes in April, Finding Dory, Pacific Rim.
show.
TV show. Was he in it for more than a year?
It was called Luther. And that was the TV show that launched his career. And Luther is hugely famous in Britain.
What's it about? Oh, we're getting a phone call.
He's an investigator that gets... Hi there, Morning Kicks. Well, hello, Dustin. Haven't heard from you in a
Hey.
few days.
How you doing? Good. You staying cool in this heat? Good. Make sure you're drinking lots of water, okay? Stay cool. What can we do for you today, Dustin? When is her birthday? Sunday?
Her birthday Sunday, I think.
Oh, so we need to play a special song for her birthday. Okay. What are you thinking? Some Garth? All right. Well, we'll play something special for your mom if we can, okay? Have a good one, Dustin. Thanks for calling.
So Luther, he is emotionally impulsive. Imagine that. But a little self-destructive. They what's it called when someone sets you up?
Set you up.
Yeah. Not my words. But it was it's a psychological thriller. Pretty good. And there's a couple of seasons where it just gets ridiculous. And then they brought it back, and when they brought it back, it was really good. But
Do they bring it back on streaming, I'm guessing?
yeah, it's on. You can find it all over Netflix and most of the other platforms. It's so old. 2010 is when it came out.
Oh, okay.
So it's been 13 years ago.
They're asking about the punny quotes, the Terry Pratchett quotes.
That's Terry Pratchett was a novelist from England. He's knighted there. He's recognized as one of their greatest writers of our day. It's a science fiction fantasy for the most part, but it's not set. It just happens to be science fiction fantasy. It parodies our life and our world and our situations, but in a science fiction fantasy environment. And the stories are great. They're fun. Kids can read them, but adults really get the humor, and it's the humor. It's that dry British Monty Python type humor, and Terry Pratchett is a genius. John Cleese calls him the wisest man that ever lived.
Wow.
Yeah, John Cleese.
That is a very high
Yeah,
compliment.
John Cleese from Monty Python. So Terry Pratchett is just genius. If you've ever heard of the show Good Omens or the story Good Omens, Neil Gaiman wrote that with Terry Pratchett. The two of them were great friends. They paired up together.
I like Neil Gaiman.
And wrote that. I hate the show. Every time the BBC tries to make a show about one of Terry Pratchett books, it just falls flat. They cannot execute what he's able to do in written word on the screen.
That's too bad.
Always fails. They did a Discworld series on Amazon a couple of years ago. One of the worst pieces of crap that I have ever seen in my life. The first one that was done back in the 80s was better than this, but it's horrible too. Yeah, they need to just stop that. You can't take what he writes and put it on the screen. It's impossible.
Yeah.
But yeah, Terry Pratchett is his name. I just gave Jen about 15 or 20 books.
A bunch, yeah. Okay, now let's see if it'll let me open them now that I downloaded this e-reader. Not that one. Melissa's leaving for Salt Lake City on Monday. Yay, you get to see your grandbaby.
She really sounds excited that you're leaving, doesn't she?
I'm
What's that all
excited
about?
for her.
Yeah, you're going. See, I would be upset at that.
Good morning, Sarah.
He's a DCI. So this new show on Apple TV, he's on an airplane, and they're just letting you see little bits of certain storylines that you can tell there's multiple characters involved. And towards the end of where I was getting to see, these hostage takers take the whole plane hostage.
4 seconds.
So the whole show, the whole series is about them dealing with that. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Here's Randy Hauser.
On KIX 102.5.
Morning, Sarah.
Boy.
It says the amount of downloads has been exceeded and it wants me to sign up.
What? How many did you do? Do you know which ones you did? And I'll just give you another link, maybe.
I just clicked the...
That's bull crap. I ought to be able to share as many as I want without you. That should be illegal.
I just clicked the first one. And that's what it said.
What is the first one? I can't see that.
It's Odd Thomas 1. See?
Oh, you're doing Odd Thomas. And
'Cause I
those
just-
are EPUBs. They're not big.
I don't know.
Try the Terry Pratchett one and see what happens.
Okay.
We may have to do it like one at a time. Or I may have to bring in my hard drive.
Morning, Lisa.
Oh, I'm trying to email Terry Pratchett, not Jim Fox.
You have his email?
It'd be kind of weird. It takes it a little bit to get started, of course, but I could put them on a memory stick for you if I have a memory stick. Is it doing it? So,
It's going to play it, it looks like.
let me see. Go back. Go back to your. Yeah. Okay. What you want to do is long press.
See? It wants me to send it.
There you go. Hide preview. Tap to. Man, I cannot read your.
This is tap to show preview. Open, add to reading list, copy, link, share.
Is it share where you can download? No. Oh, this is a folder. Is why you're not on the file. There.
Wait, there.
Hit the down arrow.
I've done that.
What happens?
When you click the purple part is when the
Let's
thing
try
pops
this.
up.
Open. And if you hit open, here's download.
And then right there. Oh, it's not even playing it, is it?
KIX 102.5, the 4 states. Number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 735.
A heat advisory in effect today through Friday. Going to feel as hot as 110 this afternoon. It's 81 in Joplin.
I think we need to hang out near the fridge today to stay cool. So in the next hour, we're going to be playing a game.
Yeah, if we were to break into your home, not saying we're going to, just if we were to break into your home.
And steal what was on top of your refrigerator.
Yeah, what are we taking off with? What are we going to steal?
623-1025 to tell us what it would be at your house, or we will talk about that in the next hour. Plus, we've got a special way for you to win some KIX swag in just 15 minutes. We're going to be playing Classic Country Theater, which is a new contest we started last week.
Because apparently we need some more culture here on the morning show.
Yeah, our show is not highbrow enough for the ownership, the management. They're saying, well, we got to sync to our level to listen to Morning KIX. I'm like, what?
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, so to prove them wrong, we are taking a country song, a song that we play that you like, and we're going to perform it in a Shakespearean style.
And that's coming up in just 15 minutes.
And to prove that it is translatable between the two formats, we want you to identify that song to win the KIX t-shirt. We'll do that in the next 15 minutes.
So 4th of July, we're only like, what, less than a week away, 5 days away?
Everybody's going out and buying fireworks. You got to be careful which stands you go to. You got to make sure you're going to a reputable stand when you go to buy your fireworks.
So what about the guy that sells random fireworks out of his coat in the back alley? Can we go to him?
Maybe. That's even better than this one. Listen to this.
Who have best fireworks for 4th of July? Not China, not Mexico, not Wyoming. Best firework come from best Korea.
What?
Why are fireworks so good? Best Korea fireworks have short fuse, make big noise, but cause hardly any damage. We have rockets, we have sparklers, we have atom bomb. Wait, we don't have atom bomb. Or do we? Best Korea fireworks, located on north side of 38th. Our prices are Kim Jong unbelievable. Our prices are insane.
One of my favorite bits of all
my
time, and I
God.
realize I'm going to get in trouble for it one of these days.
Uh-huh.
So So
Morning, Romelda.
let's go back to this now. I don't know why it won't work for you. These are MP3s. That's a download arrow. It may take it a while to start, but I can't tell if it's doing anything because your stupid screen's so dark. And I'm blind. Oh, wow. Look at that. You can see it all so well. This is upload, right?
Yeah, that's descendant fuel.
Okay. And that is like a compass, so I don't know what that means.
I think we just try. So you can highlight. You're not supposed to be able to highlight that stuff.
Gosh, why is that still there? And it won't play it? Yeah, it will. Okay, from right here you can download, can't you? No, that's playback speed.
I would think that the little. Well, now it's not there.
That's the story.
Hit the little arrows in the corner to make it small again. I guess I'm just gonna have to listen to it through there. Don't do that.
Well, that's going to suck. Well, I mean, you can, and if it quits working, just tell me and I'll send you another link.
Okay.
At least you can listen through
Yeah.
that. Some of them, the playback is so. Or remind me, and I will. If you'll just keep reminding me, I'll put it on a memory stick and give it to you.
Okay.
If I can find a memory stick.
A unicorn dress that may or may not fit Mr. Britches, Monopoly Junior board game, and a Vegas-bound piggy bank.
On top, is this Dorinda's
That's
for fridge?
Megan's.
Oh, Megan's.
Sarah has dust and empty egg cartons.
Morning, Patty. How are you?
Morning, Patty. We've been talking books this morning, Romelda.
Yeah.
Harry Pratchett.
Patty is on Facebook watching us. Patty, I will let you know that a lot of people have problems on Facebook. Some people like it better, but almost universally, everyone has a better experience on YouTube watching, and you can go on YouTube and search for KIX 102.5 and watch us live there and comment just like you are here. Or if you're just watching, you can watch at KIX1025.com or on the KIX app. But you're more than welcome to stay on Facebook and watch. It's just a lot of people have trouble. Morning, Heather. Sheila has Sluger. Sugar? What?
Sugar.
Siugar. Siugar.
Cigar.
No. Okay, so I'm really excited about the Classic Country Theater.
Me too.
This one's
Oh
better
my
than the last one,
gosh.
which I didn't think was possible. But yeah, it is.
This one's really good.
I played it for a friend last night, and he goes, I'm not getting it. I'm like, well, it's because you're challenged, and, your parents did not like you. But here's what we want you to do. Listen very closely. We're going to stress this to him on air. Listen very closely to the lyrics as Randy performs them, because afterward, we want you to call and tell us what the name of the song is that he's performing.
Right, and the first person who does that is going to win a free KIX shirt.
Yeah. As well as a Go Bar. No.
Just laugh to tears at what commercial?
The commercial that we just did. She turned up the best Korea fireworks. Oh, no. She's in the Pacific Northwest. They're going to protest us. I'm surprised that they wouldn't throw a fit about that, Heather.
They were laughing to tears.
Ha, ha, ha. Insane. We do that all the time. It's It's insane.
Insane.
That commercial is so old. I mean, we're talking
really?
15, 20 years old. At least 15 years old. Yeah, since Kim Jong-un first started his nuclear program. Make big noise, but cause hardly any damage.
What? Go shower. I swear you can hear their voices. It's almost like we're right there with you, as the commercial says. Oh, my gosh. I don't know if we have it linked anywhere. I don't even know where he got it from. I'll ask him when he gets back and see. Maybe it's something that we can send to you. So what's everyone doing for the 4th of July anyway? Who's having a long weekend? What was he doing when he left? I don't think there's a link anywhere for it. We might just be able to send you the MP3. Making things go boom. How do your dogs do with 4th of July, Megan? We're going to Randy's for 4th of July, and I think my dogs will be okay. Nick's just gets a little skittish about fireworks. I'm kind of nervous. I want to see all the really big fireworks, but I also don't want her to be like real stressed at home and or making a mess everywhere. Randy, come back. I got a question. Randy! Randy! Randy!
I got shanghaied by Tom. Sorry.
That's okay.
If you see Tom or in the bathroom, that you try to duck your head and move right on by during a show because you know if he starts talking, you're not getting away. So interestingly enough, Classic Hits 93.9, their signal is getting overrun by the station I used to manage in South Central Missouri today.
Really?
Yeah. So people are hearing West Plains over that signal.
Yikes. Their poor signal. Do I need to put in winter stuff after this?
Oh my gosh.
What?
No.
Don't do. Why do you do this?
It's more exciting that way. You should say, hey, thank you for making my day a little more enriched.
Is enriched the word we're going to go with on this
Let's
one?
play the song definitely after the break. So I think the most we need to do is just say, hey, so-and-so won. We don't need to have them on. But I think we do need to play the song. So we're going to need, it's a very short intro.
This one.
Yeah, we're going to need 3 or 4 iterations of it. And it'll have to go before that other song.
I know, I'm going to delete it.
Okay, whatever. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Got your chance to win a KIX t-shirt right after Russell Dickerson.
God gave me a girl.
On KIX 102.5. I was going to with Classic Country Theater, but that they don't know what that even
I don't know what that is.
I put on a Thunder Buddy shirt. Some of us P&W haven't had our personalities Oh, Pacific Northwesterners. I'm like, what? Our personalities harvested what? Like, not everybody is like that up there, in other words.
Heather was asking if they could have a link to the commercial or if we can.
Oh, Heather, I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you. Tell you what, Heather, message me on the KIX Facebook page. Just go ahead and message us there, and that'll give me, because I don't know if I can, it'll be too difficult for me coming from the page to find your profile.
Mm-hmm.
So message me asking for it, and I will send it to you right now. You can have it.
Have a great 4th for Melda.
It may or may not end up in one of our podcasts, too.
He gets 2 of the dog brownies that you can get at the firework tents.
I do?
What are the dog brownies?
Okay, she says Danielle should have them.
You put on a Thunder Buddy shirt.
I do.
We've
too.
looked at those before. I've heard really good things about them. How are your dogs not bothered by fireworks, Kathy? Is Bella bothered by fireworks?
Oh my gosh! But I will say this: all of my dogs that I had when I was a kid would sit right there by us while we were shooting them off. It was no big deal. But they grew up in a hunting culture and were part of hunts. Went hunting with us. Our dogs would tree squirrels specifically, expecting us to come shoot them down for them. So they were around guns all the time. We shot guns almost every day of my life in my childhood. That was just something you did. You went out, you carried a gun with you when you went to the woods. My little brother got his first gun when he was 5. We always had guns. It was an opportunity to get food or to kill snakes, which was always a great fun pastime.
Heavenly Hound Squares.
Heather, message me. Did you hear me? Message KIX's. There it is. Can I have the recap? That is so racist, Heather.
All right, here we go.
Okay, I'm sending it to you.
5 seconds, Randy.
No! KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
A heat advisory in effect through Friday could feel as hot as 110 this afternoon. It's 81 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast and 4 states news in about 11 minutes. It's going to be very hot today, and you need to make sure that you take the necessary precautions to stay cool if you're going to have to be outside in this.
So in the next hour, we're going to play a game. We're going to have some fun to kind of cool down a little bit, if you will.
And we're wanting to know, if we were to break into your house and steal what was on top of your refrigerator right now,
what are we going to get?
623-1025. Last week, we began something new. Our management has accused us of being lowbrow humor. They made the comment just kind of offhandedly that, well, the lowbrow humor on Morning KIX. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, what?
Exactly. We're like, what are you talking about, lowbrow humor?
They said, well, you don't have a lot of culture on your show. It is. It's giggles. It's fart noises. And I'm like, no, nuh-uh. No, I mean, maybe, a little bit.
Maybe a little bit, but it's not that bad.
And there we have highbrow stuff. We can be just as highbrow as the next shenanigan.
So we're going to put forth some effort to elevate our content, if you will, with a little bit of a dramatic interpretation.
Yeah, so what we're doing, to prove them wrong, we're taking your favorite country songs and taking the lyrics and doing it in that dramatic presentation, a kind of a Shakespeare delivery, so to speak. And to prove that it is translatable between the two different styles, we want you to identify the song and tell us what it is at 623-1025.
And if you're the first person who can tell us what this song is, you're going to win a free KIX shirt.
Okay, so we ready for this?
Okay, let's do it. Listen real close.
Thank you. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms.
What are you doing?
Preparing my instrument. Red leather, yellow leather. I got some money in my pocket. Got some trouble on my tail. I can hear the diver knocking as I'm headed off the rails, singing, ooh, ooh, I'm talking about you. I got some best new friends forever, see? I met them at the bar where the whiskey goes down better when they don't know who you are. Singing, ooh, ooh, I'm talking about you. Oh, gonna feel this in the morning. Oh, 'cause I'm going hard tonight. Thank you. No, don't look at me. Thank you.
So you need to tell us what song that is. That's 623-1025. Be caller number 1.
And win a free KIX t-shirt. That's hard to come out of.
Are you okay?
Don't look at me.
Okay. I'm not looking. Looking over here.
6231025. What song is that?
For a chance to win a free KIX shirt.
From the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
It's better execution every time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to record it.
Randy.
I know. Hi there, Morning Kicks. Who is this?
This is Cody.
Cody, where are you from?
Show.
Cody from the Show. What song was that we were doing with Classic Country Theater?
Garth Brooks, Friends in Low Places.
Oh, that's not it.
Ooh, that is not what song
Swing
that
and a
was.
miss there, Cody. Keep trying, buddy. Hi there, Morning Kicks. Who is this?
Casey?
Casey?
Yeah.
Where are you from, Casey?
Seneca.
Casey from Seneca. What song were we performing with Classic Country Theater? Drunk by Miranda Lambert. Yes! What a great job, Casey. We've got you a free KIX t-shirt for knowing that.
Just tell us who's the 4 states #1 for country, Casey.
612.5.
I love Country Casey. Country
Country
Casey's
Casey.
better than City Casey any day, right? We got to get a little information from you here, Casey. In the comments, can you put her size?
It won't let me assign.
What? What? Okay, let me write it down. I'll do it. What? Casey with a C?
Yes. C-A-S-E-Y.
What's your last name?
Miller. M-I-L-L-E-R.
Give me 1 second. All right, what's your phone number?
417-437-7545.
And your address?
19605 Hottel, H-O-T-T-E-L, Springs, S-P-R-I-N-G-S, Road,
And what's your zip?
64865.
Got 30 seconds.
And your...
Let's put her on hold.
Yeah, let's put you on
gonna
hold.
Put you
We'll
on
come
hold,
back in a
Casey.
minute.
We'll come back in just a second. Because I need to listen to this and see what I need to do. You be responsible for the beds, okay?
Okay.
What a great job. You can do it. Casey, we've got you a free KIX.
Okay, 7 seconds, Randy. We got to go. Actually, there's a liner here, and then we'll go.
Casey from Seneca, what song were we performing with Classic Country Theater?
Drunk.
Drunk by Miranda Lambert. Yes! What a great job, Casey.
Thank you.
We've got you a free KIX t-shirt for knowing that.
Awesome.
Just tell us who's the 4 states #1 for country, Casey.
612.5.
I love. Needed to cut a little bit more there. Okay, I'll go ahead and let you get the rest of the info. Okay.
All
Casey.
right. You still there, Casey? Okay. And where did you say? You said Seneca, right?
Yes.
All right. And your email address? Give me 1 second. My pen just died. All right. I got the C and then it died. So what's after C?
I'm sorry.
Oh. And then your birthday, please.
March 1993.
All right, Casey. So what size shirt do you need? Medium. All right. We will have it up front for you. Do you know where to find us here in Joplin?
Yes, I think so.
All right. Well, if you need any help, just give us a call and we will point you in the right direction, okay?
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Come here, I'll show you how to do this.
Bye-bye.
How to do this. Okay, when you go in to here, you can't just go do this. You first have to add a prize. Remember the issue we had with this? So we're going to go to the orange add prize. You're going to go to prize and scroll all the way Under notes, we didn't get her size. But under, oh, okay. There we go. Okay, so yeah, because we did it this way where it does a different contest each day instead of the recurring. If we did reoccurring, that's fine for this month, but by September, you're going to have to be going all the way back to June to get to that contest. So this way, it's on each specific day. You don't have to go find it. It will just be there on that particular day on the calendar, but you will have to add the prize for that day. That way, it doesn't add a prize if we don't get a winner. Took me a little bit to figure it out. Remember when we were doing it this way, but it works. Okie dokie.
Have a pen.
Yes, that is my precious pen. That and my coffee, 2 things. Okay, so what did you guys think of Classic Country Theater this time?
Good morning, Dustin.
Hey.
Megan knew what it was.
Why didn't it send the link to Heather?
No?
I sent it to her.
Morning, Rudy.
There it is. Okay, you have it now, Heather. Sorry. Apparently, you have to type a message along with it before it sends it.
That's silly.
Whoa!
What's the matter?
Hold on. Rhonda's saying she owes us 20 tickets. I've got to go. Gosh, this is another typical Rhonda behavior. Where did they say that in their emails? $1,000 plus ticket promotion. And I sent you a popular reattaching. Rhonda says transaction.
Good morning, Jimmy. How are you doing, Rudy? I found him on Amazon. I'd rather buy him at the tents, though. Wow. They've also got calming collars for dogs that release pheromones. This one has tryptophan in it.
I saw that.
Y'all have to check them out. That's cool.
Where did I see GA? I owe you 20. He'll send the other 10 in a couple of hours. The other 20 or the other 10. I'm like, no. 10 tickets is all we need. I don't know what we're going to do with the others. I don't want them to waste them. So I told her, not for this, you don't. I would love to have 20 for the next ones or 30 or whatever you want to do, but
Right.
Okay. What are anybody saying about?
Yeah, what do you guys think of
No comment?
Classic Country Theater? What do you guys think? Morning, Emily.
You guys could hear it, couldn't you?
Megan was able to tell what it was.
She was?
Mm-hmm.
Heather laughed. I don't know if it's at that, though. They're pot brownies is what they are, Catherine. Good Lord. Morning, Rudy. Rudy, tootie.
It was fun. It was fire. Very well done. Do you guys have any feedback?
This is our plans to have a different classic country theater every week.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've got now Jen's Movie Rehab, Classic Country Theater, what's the name of the filters?
Twisted Takes Tuesday.
Twisted Takes Tuesday. Yeah, and you should. But considering how far south you live, Sarah, shouldn't you say brushing your tooth?
Randy.
I'm kidding.
All right, ready?
Yes! I've got to get a new toothbrush.
What?
Got to get a new toothbrush.
Why? A heat advisory in effect through Friday could feel as hot as 110 this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon. By Friday night, though, partly cloudy, a chance of showers, lows in the mid-70s. And Saturday, still a chance of rain, maybe some storms in the afternoon, highs in the low 90s.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar isn't showing anything over the 4 states.
Definitely heating up outside. 82 in Seneca, 82 in Pittsburgh, already 84 in Joplin.
To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app.
So we're playing a game. We're having some fun today.
And we're wanting to know if we were to break into your house, not that we would today, but if we were to break into your house and steal what's on top of your refrigerator right now.
What are we going to get? What are we going to make off with?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Or tell us on Facebook.
Here's Old Dominion.
On the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
I don't know.
Sarah, you're pretty close to Arkansas. No.
What's the next ticket
Oh.
giveaway Dorinda wants to know?
Danielle had already received them last week. She saw more just come through. She's already sent 3 winners their tickets. Want to make sure theirs won't be void for any reason. So we may end up with 30 tickets, 15 pair. No. Just FYI, if all the tickets can always come to me, I will handle making sure they get to the correct people. Helps keep this process more streamlined. She sent them to 3 people. Yeah, because that's what we've had on there. Okay, I'm confusing that with Classic Country Theater. I need to go tell, what's her name?
Brandy.
Yes, later today. What is wrong with you?
It's basically
About-
your name, but with a B.
Yeah, with the Classic Country Theater thing. So she's not blindsided when someone comes in asking for that going, what? She needs to know.
Do we need to put a shirt up there, or how does that work?
Yeah, it would be a good idea to take a few, maybe one of each size, just for her to have.
Okay.
She can go get them.
Listen here, Mr. Bridges.
She said, okay, good to me about the future tickets. Typical Rhonda stuff.
But does that answer how many we have right now?
We have all that we need right now. Do not send more, but she's already contacted this guy saying, send those to them. So hopefully she will get a hold of him and say, never mind. I'm
hope
sure
so.
anybody who deals with her are like, this is just Rhonda. Bless her heart. She's a good person.
Yeah.
Hey, Sarah, you don't use language like that. Frisbees that most people call paper plates. Randy breaks in and tries to steal my throw and possibility of paper cuts are high.
She's going to cut you with a paper plate.
Did you hear about the guy? Did you guys hear on this? Or oh no, you didn't news headline today about the guy a guy broke into his house, tried to stab him with a pitchfork, so he cut him with a samurai sword.
Isn't that insane?
The weapon choices. I'm wondering, where did he get the pitchfork? Was it hanging on the wall? Considering this guy had a gun and a samurai sword.
Right. What do you think which would win though? Samurai sword or pitchfork?
Samurai sword.
You think so? Because pitchfork.
If it is a good samurai sword, it will cut the steel of the pitchfork.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yes. The way that it's very difficult for them to replicate some of the folded steel methods that were done in the original samurai swords. You ever wonder why they're curved like that? You notice how they're curved? The reason they're curved is because of the quenching process that they do. Okay, so this metal is folded, refolded, 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 refolded. Carbon's added each time they fold that, which adds tensile strength to it. Then they take a feather, and there's a special place on one of the mountains in Japan where they can get this special mud. It's a clay. It's the only type of mud that works for this. And they take that feather and dip it in that wet mud, and they paint it along the blade side of the sword before it's sharpened. They paint it on there, and then they heat it again with that mud on there, and then immediately take it and dump it into water. Well, what that does is it causes the back side of the sword to cool at a much higher rate than the mud-covered side, and it bends. So that curve is natural. It is not cut into the metal. And by doing so, it makes this side much more flexible. Maybe they put the mud on the top side. Yeah. And the other side is left brittle, sharp, very, very hard. So you can chip the blade, but it's very hard to break the steel. It's more flexible. Mm-hmm. So you've got two different types of metal, hard metal and bendable metal in the same sword that they do that with.
I had no idea. Do it, 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 do it.
Oh, spam. What? Where?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Goofy, big problems, 477. Goodbye. You are blocked. Catch a promo for free viewers.
No.
Here's my question for that person before they are blocked completely.
They're already blocked.
Do people actually fall for your garbage? And how does it feel not having a soul? Knowing you have sold it for any opportunity.
But going back to the samurai sword and the pitchfork, if you get the sword into the pitchfork just right, you can get it out of their hand.
And the Okinawans thought the same thing. That's why they had the sai.
Oh. Hold on.
You know what a sai is? KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country morning kicks with Randy and Jen, 810.
A heat advisory and effective Friday could feel as hot as 110 this afternoon. It's 84 in Joplin.
And we're wanting to know if we were to break into your house and steal what's on top of your refrigerator right now.
What are we going to get?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Or tell us on Facebook.
Here's Blake Shelton.
Minimum wage.
On the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Need to do this song sometime for Classic Country Theater. That would be funny. Yeah, so a sigh, not like a, not that. That doesn't have any effect against samurai
Not
swords.
a scythe.
No, S-A-I. So a sai sword, not sharp at all.
Oh, the
Pointy.
ones with the things on the side.
Yes, the things on the side are what they would use to capture against samurai swords.
Mm-hmm.
And in sword defense martial arts, like with the tonfa. The tonfa, and I had a friend who was a master at tonfa. He made me my own pair, handmade them, and I still have them. I'm not nearly as good as he was with them. So a lot of people think of them as a police baton, one of those weird police batons that has a handle and a piece of wood that goes down along your arm.
Mm-hmm.
And you can spin them and strike with them and use them as blocking techniques. They would block the side of the sword specifically. So a sword would come in striking. They would strike from the side. You never strike against the blade because they realized that a good samurai sword will cut through that. They would test blades, the quality of blade, by taking a piece of rice paper, holding it upside down, and dropping the paper. It was expected to slice that all the way through. But also they would take they would take and create these bundles of rice stalks wrapped very, very, very tightly. And there's an art to this wrapping of these. And they would wrap them with some vegetation, palm leaf or something around the outside. And that was the equivalent of a human neck. And they would practice their diagonal cuts on those and slice right through them.
Wow.
Yeah, they're amazing. They've looked at some swords, older swords from the 1800s under the microscope, and it's finer than a scalpel.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Morning, Kinda.
Ridiculously sharp. I mean, you could shave with one, but you'd be stupid to do so because it'd probably take the skin right off.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
samurai sword?
Your garden hoe. Megan, I thought you were a garden hoe. No, I'm
Randy.
kidding. It was just there. I had to say it. Sorry. Look at those tomatoes.
Is a samurai
Morning,
sword
Kendra.
different than a katana?
A katana is a samurai sword.
That's what I thought.
They have different words for different types, lengths of swords. The katana is the full length sword. Then there is the daito sword, Diato. And then there's the shoto sword, which is the short sword. Some people would fight with two or a combination of the two. The shoto was mainly a ritualistic sword that all samurai were expected to commit seppuku with.
Mm.
And seppuku, if you know what that is,
Mhm.
harikari, is the releasing of one's power center. So if they dishonored their daimyo or their overlord in some way or their family, then they might be given the honor of being allowed to commit seppuku. It was a way of regaining one's honor before you died. And to do that, they would take the short sword and pull their kimono down, make a cut in about 2 inches into their midsection, slice across, and then go all the way through. That was the way you committed seppuku. And if you were lucky enough, they would allow you to have a second who, at the time you did this and disemboweled yourself, it was exsanguinating, they would cut your head off. If not, then you had to stay there and suffer, and it could take up to 6 hours to die from that. So, miserable way of dying.
That's awful.
With your intestines laying on the ground, you know.
Yikes.
But it was considered the only way to regain one's honor for your family, because honor was everything in that society.
Mhm.
Everything was on the way you were perceived and the way you carried yourself, held yourself, and the way others thought of you.
The more you know.
Porch. She keeps a lot of stuff on her porch, too. To get my master's title in my martial arts, I had to know a lot of this stuff. I was tested on tons of it. I mean, essays and tests. And one of my tests was over 42 pages long that I had to do. And it was not
Holy cow.
multiple choice. It was, what is this? Describe this. Define this. What period did this happen in? You know, and you had to write. Each answer was like a paragraph.
Mhm.
One test took me, and you had to do it in front of your governing board. So I had to go one time. This was for the 5th degree. I had to be monitored 8 different times while I was testing so I could take tests. And I would do about 2-hour intervals, you know, when I could go and do that.
Wow. 42 pages, though. Holy cow.
It's a lot of information.
That's a lot.
You have to write your lineage, you know. And I say, every time I say, I can still do that. And then I'm like, can I? What's the name of the one that's over my But I can go back all the way back to China. That's what they expect you to do. And it's not that long ago. Well, I mean, it's in the 1700s, but there's not that many generations through there.
Mhm.
And
So what's your lineage?
my lineage is Mr. Robert Dunlop to Mr. Hatsaki. And from Mr. Hatsaki, it's Chosin Chibana. Chosin Chibana is Funakoshi was one of his. Atosu Anku. And Atosu Anku was Masomura. And Masomura's teacher was... I get hung up on Masamura. Bushi Masamura. Bushi means warrior. Masamura. He was the one during the Meijin period where Japan overtook Okinawa. Okay, so before him, I'm forgetting the name of the one before him, but before the other guy was Kusanku. And Kusanku may or may not have been a general that got shipwrecked on Okinawa from China. But Kusanku was Chinese origins.
Mhm.
And he's the one who originally brought it to China. So it's like 5, 6 generations. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country
Here's Jordan Davis.
on KIX 102.5. Do this. Look up who was Bushi, Bushi, Matsumura, Matsumura. Who was his teacher?
Kanga Sakukawa.
Sakagawa. That's the one I forgot. Okay, so Kagawa's teacher was Kusanku.
Style of shuri.
Shorin. Shurite. Shurite was a name for Shuri means it's all of the styles. Mosamura was the founder of Shurite, but his student, Anku Otosu, was responsible for what we now today know as karate. And he had so many students that later became famous. So one of his students went to Korea and founded what was now known as Taekwondo.
Oh, cool.
Another one went to Japan, Fukigawa, the one that I was getting confused by, and he founded what's known as the Shotokan system, which is the most prevalent system of karate today. Then his student, Chosen Shibana, became the founder, became the next teacher of Shorin-ryu, which is what I study. So the central system. Mm-hmm. One of Tosu's students was, he's the founder of the Motsubayashi system, the founder of the Goju system. They all come.
Everybody drunk yet?
Yeah. Drink it down. Shut up. Yeah. You asked, didn't you? The samurai sword thing. How'd we get? Oh, the pitchfork. Yeah.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Man, rabbit hole today, aren't we? I can rabbit hole, guys. Nobody. I'm black rabbit hole. Speaking of rabbits, oh my gosh, they are taking over at my house.
Really?
Gee, so last night I'm on the phone sitting out on the deck by the pool talking with a buddy of mine, and I'm watching. There are 5 rabbits out in our backyard. And
5?
So stupid what they're doing. So they're sitting there like looking at one another. And these are big fat rabbits too for wild ones. And one of them would run at the other one. He'd jump up. And the other one would run down.
Really?
Run under him. They'd turn around. And then that one would run at him and he'd jump up. And they're doing this back and forth. I don't know if there's some sort of religion that they practice or something. And I forgot to tell you too, Saturday when Gina was gone, I went to let Bella out right before bedtime. Mm-hmm. And there are 4 little bitty bunnies in that flower bed right by the back door. Mm-hmm. One was over on the one where the hostas are. Yeah. And the other 3 were over by the fence. And I said, "Get them, Bella." And Bella's like, "Get what?" Stupid dog. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
A heat advisory in effect through Friday could feel as hot as 110 this afternoon. It's 84 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at the weather forecast, tell you about the heat index and the heat warning that's in effect in about 5 minutes.
But we're playing a game.
We're wanting to know if we were to break into your house and steal what is on top of your fridge.
What are we going to have? What are we making off with?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
What are we taking from your house?
Okay, so here's the deal. You give me an hour's notice, and I will leave my door unlocked and have you a 4-course dinner cooked if you want to steal all the bills that are on top of my fridge.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll steal them, but I'm not paying them.
You didn't clarify.
Okay, good.
We'll put them in the bathrooms here at the radio station and use them as toilet paper.
Or someone can use them as reading material.
Yeah.
That'll work.
623-1025. What would we end up with if we stole what was on top of your refrigerator?
Okay, so you're going to get a pile of notepads from motels, a cup full of pens, also from said motel, and my giant nesting ceramic chicken. It's got all my candy stash in it.
Also from said hotel.
Hey, wait a minute. Where's the little mini shampoos?
What would we take off of your fridge that would now be ours?
You would end up shot if you broke in my house.
Wow, that's not very neighborly.
A bullet wound, please.
Not very neighborly. We're just there to get what's on top of your fridge.
It's not neighborly to break in the house and steal something off the top of the fridge either.
We'll leave the door unlocked and we won't have to break in.
Logic.
It's not difficult. What would we get if we stole what was on top of your fridge?
Cow antibiotics and egg carton.
Cow antibiotics.
That's the best kind.
Right.
Goodness gracious, that's true farm life right there.
That's the best kind.
If we were to break into your house and steal what's on top of your fridge,
what would we end up with?
Call or text to let us know, 623-1025.
It's the 4 states #1 for country. What was I talking about before? Hi there, Morning KIX. What would we end up with if we stole what was on top of your fridge?
2 different sizes of milk-bound dog biscuits. We have 3 large dogs and a little bitty guy. And empty egg cartons because we raise chickens.
Okay, you get the big milk
I'll
bones.
get the
I
big
want
ones, you
the
get the
little
little
ones.
ones, yeah.
Okay, that's the deal. Thanks for calling. Yeah, no,
No, it's okay.
bye.
Bunnies. The baby bunnies, and Bella would not go after them, and the big bunnies and their weird religion.
So she runs up to one of them and smells it. It's just sitting there like this, and she literally puts her nose against it and sniffs it and then goes off.
No,
Like, you dumb dog. So they let me walk right up to them before they finally took off and went down along the fence line. 3 little bitty bunnies.
Oh, itty bitties.
And so I told Gina about it. She doubts everything that I say. So the next night I said, come here and look. There he was. One of them was back. I don't know if the others are all dead by now or eaten by something, but they're hiding out in that shrub cover that's in that flower bed there. They've got a nest down there. I was mowing Saturday earlier in the day.
No.
I've done that before, chopped them up, but one took off right before the mower got to it. And I'm like, well, thank goodness. Hi there, Morning KIX. What would we end up with if we stole what was on top of your fridge?
Well, good morning, Randy. It's Melissa.
Well, good morning,
Hi, Melissa.
You would find, or you would get trash bags, light bulbs, cereal, cookie cutters, and cookie sprinkles.
So you could see the cereal and cookie cutters that you were throwing in the trash bags when you did it.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling, Melissa. Later. I almost played Classic Country Theater off of Adobe. 'Cause I'm stupid. I have had it open all morning.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Kayla says cereal and chips. Let's go to Kayla's house.
Yeah, that's what a dog should do, but my dog's stupid.
Oh, my dogs totally would have eaten them.
Yeah. They're supposed to get parasites that way, too. You have to worm your dogs after they eat a wild rabbit, especially during the summer.
Yikes.
You're supposed to kill them during the winter. Early winter while they're still fat.
Oh, it's Brett.
If there's any fat. Oh, is he not got jury duty now? Is he done? I'm trying to train her, to chase stuff like that out of the yard. I don't want it in my yard. And they eat your flowers and plants. And plus they attract snakes. Snakes will come after rabbits because it's, circle of life, the whole food chain thing.
Even though big old ones?
Yeah, they will attract predators. Yeah, especially. That attracts the big old snakes.
That's what I was going to say.
So I don't want that happening. I'd just rather Mother Nature stayed out there somewhere, This is my house, my property. You've got the woods over there. There's a whole forest back behind us. Go live in the forest.
What about the frogs?
Lots of frogs. Last night I had another one I let crawl onto my hand. He was about that big, and he'd go, beep! And his throat get huge. My buddy said, yeah, I can hear him over the phone. He said, I can.
They were noisy when we were there.
So loud. Well, there's way more of them. Bella went up last night and put her nose up against one, and it jumped. She's like, what the heck happened? That thing moved.
She didn't eat it. I was devastated. Oh, that is sad.
Your dog is doing what it's supposed to. It's keeping the boogers out. It's got to keep the boogers out. That's its job. So tomorrow, looking ahead, we are going to be doing Jen's movie Rehab. She's getting the next Indiana Jones movie that we're going to do, which is the Last Crusade. And we'll have our final Chris Jansen tickets for the show that night. And we're going to be talking about this old argument, the hot dog sandwich. Because it is a sandwich. Is a hot dog a sandwich or not? And we know that it is, but I will once again have to convince Jen because it wasn't done well last year. But we do this traditionally right before the 4th of July when they have the annual hot dog eating contest. And I won't be here on Monday or Tuesday, so rather than make her suffer through that argument by herself, we're going to do it tomorrow. Also, our podcast, Morning Kicks Extra Edition, Phrases That Make You Cringe, will launch tomorrow. We did a new one yesterday. If you haven't seen it yet, please go check it out. It's got some funny stuff in it. It has the first classic country theater on this last podcast. And I was a little worried about, because we don't do contests on the podcast, we're for fear people will try to call and win something that's already happened. So we took those parts out and just presented it as a production value piece. And I thought it went really well. Not as good as this one we did today, I think. From a radio person's point of view, that kind of thing I'm very, very proud of. Just a lot of production in that.
When are we doing Gen Tours? Did you already answer that?
No, we were thinking
July 6th.
July 6th will be
Thursday.
our first one. And I think if everything goes according to plan, we'll probably go down to the Audubon Society in Shoal Creek. We'll show Jen a snake local to the 4 states.
It's not a copperhead, is it? I hate copperheads.
No, usually they have a king snake. They have had a water moccasin in there before, though.
Oh, it's contained?
Oh, yeah. Oh, we may see a copperhead on accident, but at the Audubon Society, they have a number of animals in there on display.
Ooh, are they dead?
I wish they were, but some of them.
Is the king snake the black and white one?
It's the black one with the speckled dots, white specks on it.
King snake. Ooh, there's a cool snake.
That's the one that I have next to my shed. I have let him live because he also does not like snakes.
He kills the other snakes.
Yes, he does, and eats them. So that's number one. Number two is because he was very obvious. Here I am disclosing myself to you so that you will know I'm here. And I'm like, all right, I can respect that. No surprises, though, or you're going to die.
I'm amazed you let it live. I really am.
Well, I thought about it. I saw him there, and I thought, but he's right out there on the right of my shed. I have that stack of bricks and those rocks there, and he was laying right on top of them and just looking at me like, I'm right. I'm being full disclosure. Please don't kill me. And I'm like, all right. But the first time I lift up a board and you're there, coiling up, you're going to die.
I'm proud of you.
And that was a year ago, and I've not seen him since. So he's been very careful to stay out of sight. And we don't have any mice in our shed now.
What a good snake.
But every time I open the shed, I think, where is he? I go to looking because I've got stuff in there I have to go dig through. It's a big old pile in our shed. I'm like, if I find him, he's going to die. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country.
Here's Dustin Lynch on KIX. How am I managing to do this?
It's apparently we just sit here and spin in circles. I do it all the time too.
Megan says ceiling check.
Yep, still there. Okay, you got to be careful when you're on vacation. This guy died after trying to drink all 21 cocktails on the menu during a family vacation in Jamaica. Alcohol poisoning.
Oh, that's a terrible way to die, too.
Must have been an all-inclusive. I can see this happening.
Yeah. Oh. Did you know that Madonna's in the hospital?
I saw that.
She was found unresponsive.
Huh. I don't know what's going on with President Biden either. Did you hear about this?
What
He
happened?
declared earlier this week, he claimed that Putin is clearly losing the war in Iraq.
Did he really say that?
Really did. He was asked whether the recent aborted coup in Russia had left President Vladimir Putin weakened. He said it's hard to tell, but he's clearly losing the war in Iraq. He's losing the war at home, and he's become a bit of a pariah around the world. And of course, as you know, Russia is at war with the Ukraine. Not Iraq. I think he needs to sit down.
I'm not sure when we're going to be there, Sarah. She wants to know what time she needs to be there.
Be where? Oh, down there?
For
We'll let you know that day. We'll probably, that'll be on a Tuesday, probably about like 10:30.
It'll be a Thursday.
It'll be a Thursday? Okay, so we're doing it on a Thursday.
I think July 6th is a Thursday, right?
Yeah, okay. That's right. We'll do it that week on a Thursday. So it'll probably be around 10:30 or so. I'll have to bust tail to get tracking done. But yeah, I think we can.
Okay.
I'm thinking about doing some shuffling on the weekend stuff.
Okay.
I don't know.
What are you thinking?
Thinking about taking one of yours and one of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I could do that. Giving J-Dub Saturday afternoons and Sunday afternoons.
Is he ready for?
Oh, he's ready. I got to see if he wants it. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 8:35.
A heat advisory in effect through Friday could feel as hot as 110 this afternoon. It's 84 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at the weather forecast next hour, and we'll have the morning KIX takeover starting in just 15 minutes.
So make sure you go to the KIX app and vote for the songs that you want us to start playing back for you at 8:50.
We're talking about, let's pretend for a second that Jen and I, criminals that we are, were to break into your house and steal what's on top of your refrigerator right now.
Yeah, what are we going to get? What are we going to make off with?
We got 3 repurposed pickle jars being used for sun tea. We've got a salad spinner. We've got a fire extinguisher. We've got a fan that's 40 years old and 4 generations of dust bunnies.
Oh, cute little dust bunnies. I love dust bunnies. You know what they're also called?
What?
Ghost turds.
I've never heard him called that before.
You never heard him called a ghost turd?
No, just dust bunnies.
That's where they come from. Ghost butts. They make those.
They do not.
They do too. It's a fact. 623-1025 to text or tell us.
What are we getting off of your fridge?
Well, first of all, you would get Ritalin, which is ADD medication.
Oh, she needs that.
And then you would get bills.
Yeah.
Bills. All the bills. Take all of those.
Here, Jen. This one's yours.
No. If you're giving me anything, you're giving me the Ritalin.
Yeah, she needs that. What would we end up with if we stole what was on top of your refrigerator?
Okay, so a glass pie holder.
Glass pie holder. But no, wait, whoa, no pie in it?
No pie in it.
Oh,
No.
that's a bummer. What else?
A meat cutter.
A meat cutter, but no meat cut?
No meat.
Come on.
And Beneful and Marilax.
Well, at least I got some dog food. I got something to eat out of the deal.
Yes, there you go.
What would we find off the top of your fridge if we were to break in and steal what's up there?
Some black trash bags.
Yes, finally.
Rubber gloves.
Oh, man.
Bleach.
Bleach.
Wait a minute. Have you been cleaning up crime scenes?
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
What would we end up with if we stole what was on top of your refrigerator right now?
Call or text us at 623-1025.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Sarah says, can I just meet you at the studio?
Yeah. We'll talk some more about it as we get closer to it and make sure that it's going to happen and everything. I think we need to go, if we have time, we may have to split this up. We may have to do part, like one side of Shoal Creek, the Audubon, and the Standpipe one day, and then another day go back and do Mother Nature's Crack. Because I know a shortcut to get to Mother Nature's Crack, but that ain't fair. You need to do the hike and you need to do the climb up the big hill, and they have a warning that next part of the trail is unstable and blah, blah, blah.
Is it going to make me real grumpy?
Well, I mean, what doesn't, So
hey,
it's a bit of a hike. So it's about a mile long hike, and then about a quarter of that is pretty
uphill.
Pretty
is it steep?
Steep uphill, yeah. You can do it. I mean, I do it all the time. I've run up it. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You may not like
It'll be
it.
fine. I won't like it, I'm sure.
Go past where all the potheads sit and smoke. There is an overlook, and it's a pretty high, 70, 80-foot cliff overlooking the creek there. It's
That's
beautiful, and you're
cool.
like, this is here? And the whole time you can hear I-44 off in the distance. You're right there. It's all this beautiful scenery right there under I-44.
That's amazing.
And a lot of people don't ever realize that's there.
Mm-hmm.
So we might have to do 2 different ones. I don't think we could do all that in one morning.
Yeah, that's a lot. What's the Audubon? I don't even know what the Audubon is.
Audubon Society is a bird. The Audubon Society is a bird watching organization, but a Missouri Department of Conservation. We have, and it's Wildcat Glades is where we're going. It's one of the only glade areas in the state of Missouri.
What makes it a glade?
It's the way the water is retained.
Okay.
So ducks and geese and other animals utilize those areas. And there's all sorts of wildlife. It's a whole ecosystem that can live within a glade area. Glades are more common in the border areas of swamps.
Okay.
In prairie, hill communities like we have. So,
what's the difference between a glade and a lake or a pond?
Okay, a pond doesn't have all this vegetative growth that a glade will have. Usually isn't fed by a freshwater source. It's usually a rainwater catchment. A lake has an active stream or river system as part of it. It's usually much, much, much bigger. Glades aren't that big. They're large pond size, but they can sometimes have active water systems that they're part of. Mm-hmm. And does this one feed into Shoal Creek or not? I don't think it does it?
Sarah says, stay away from the geese. Geese are mean. They'll bite you.
Yeah, I don't see many geese around this glade area. A lot of insect life. There's certain areas that you can't walk into or walk onto. It's a lot of native plant life.
Hey, good morning, Kale.
The roof of the building is grass. So it's all native plants on top of the roof of the building.
That's cool. Cobra chickens. My sister got bit by a goose when she was little. And now the boy, every time we go to the park in Webb City, he really, really, really wants to go over to the geese. I'm like, just don't get too close.
I'll tell you, the geese population on Schifferdecker, there are the ponds that are on the property on South Schifferdecker, north, in between 26th and 32nd Street on Schifferdecker. There are about 3 or 4 ponds there, and they've always had geese, but sometimes it's been no more than 3 or 4 or 5 geese. Right now, their number's up to around 50, and they've moved between those ponds there. I'll never forget, we came home one day from church, and there were like 30 geese in our front yard. They just picked our yard to forage in.
Did you know Canadian geese have teeth on their tongue?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Very weird tongues. But these are all Canadian geese that we have here. And for some reason, there's about 50. And I don't know if these are friends that they brought in or young that they've raised up and have become adult, but there are a lot of geese down there now. You drive by one of those property in the evening, and you can see them all out in those yards. And there are like a flock of geese.
Are they aware that this isn't Canada?
I don't think so. And not all of them leave for the winter either. Some do, but most of them stay here year-round.
I thought they all left.
Mm-mm. I do too, Megan. I was thinking about that the other day. Carousel Park used to be such a fun place to go to and to take your kids. And you could take $20-$30 and just have a whole day, there for the kids. They loved it. You'd buy tickets. It's like a carnival. but it was in one place. But they also had go-karts, batting cages, mini golf. You could go and ride the rides, get some cotton candy and hot dogs and stuff, and then go play mini golf. And, man, you've had the whole evening, and it was a great, fun time for the family. I loved that we had an amusement park here in Joplin.
What happened?
Well, it just closed down after a while. It's still there. The rides are still there.
Oh, cool.
But it's shut down. It's right there on 7th Street.
Have a good time at Worlds of Fun, Kale.
We've driven by it before. I think I showed it to you.
Did you really?
Pretty sure I did. It was made up. Some of the rides from the original Electric Park, Schifferdecker Park, were part of Carousel Park. They were restored.
That's so sad that this isn't open anymore. This looks awesome.
It was fun. We used to do live broadcasts there like once a month. We give away tickets to it.
Look at this little alligator in his hat. What does this say? Oh, dinos?
Yeah. This was all right up there on 7th Street. A lot of the rides are still there. There's the golf. They had the Pittsburgh Gorilla.
That's awesome.
It was. It was a little rundown looking, but here's a
That's
wide
pretty.
shot. Where was it of what it looked like there?
Oh, he's a little roller coaster.
Yeah, a little bitty one for little kids.
Mm-hmm.
But they have bumper cars, tilt-a-whirl, the scrambler, all your traditional carnival rides. Pretty nice merry-go-round. Yes, they've sold some of them, I know. I think it was, Megan. I think it was around the same time Boomtown Days, all that began to run down.
Bring
But
it
they closed.
back.
I don't think it had anything to do with Boomtown Days at closing, but it was around the same time. Yeah, they had games. They had a whole video game arcade there and pool tables and everything. And I knew the family that owned it, and we had a number of the kids' birthday parties there, and she would not charge me for those. And
They still have a website? Oh, no. It's on route66times.com.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really hated seeing that go. It was nice, too, when you had relatives come in with kids. You had somewhere to take them that was affordable. You could easily go spend $15 a kid. I mean, that's food and rides and golf and everything, And a KIX Park. Well, I'm not running it, Kale. You run it.
Kale's got to graduate high school first.
And the go-karts were really fun.
Oh, my gosh. We've already got 57 comments on today's post.
Did they have a bumper boat? Well, it's about time. Some of the ones from this week have been struggling. I'm comparing it to some of my others, and we've been being beat by the Tampa station.
Well,
notoriously, regularly.
I could tell you why.
Why?
Okay, that's for sure.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. It's more their feed, which is actually reassuring that we're not sounding too old. That worries me.
You have QC Kinetics coming up at this break.
Yeah.
Mine's going to be at 9:30 again. Has anyone been to the arcade area in North Park Mall?
Yeah.
Is it decent?
Yeah,
We've walked by
guess.
it, but I've never been in there.
It's like a mall arcade,
But it's got like bumper cars and stuff. I've never seen that.
I've
in a
never
mall
seen the
arcade.
bumper cars added, but me and when Lauren was still at home, we'd go every now and then to do that kind of thing, but it was always pretty tedious.
Is there a better arcade around here? Wasn't there a Flicker?
You've got,
What was the bar that had the arcade in it?
What's their face? Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese. My kids were asking about Chuck E. Cheese the other day.
You tell them you didn't get an invite. You can't. It's closed.
Oh, is it really?
It's only open on your birthday.
Oh. I see what you're doing there. We got a sec here.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Here's Chris Jansen.
On KIX 102.5.
I should give away tickets to this guy.
Concert ticket giveaway
Tilt? What's Tilt?
Where is Tilt? Is there a Tilt around here?
It says it's on North Range line. Okay. Oh, that's what's in the North Park
in
Mall.
the mall. Yeah, that's the Tilt.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. There's bowling in there?
I didn't know that. I'm not sure there is.
There's a picture of it right here.
I've never seen that.
There's air hockey, racing, giant bouncy balls.
I've not seen
laser tag.
Now I do know there is a laser tag center over behind the mall, and we used to go there and have birthday parties all the time. Now that's kind of fun, but they want too much money for it, or they used to. It used to be just too expensive. It was like $30 a person, and I'm like, seriously? I think it's like $20 for a game a person, and you had to pay a fee for a game. So they nickel and dime you to death at the laser tag. Dave & Buster's in Springfield or in Springdale is really good, yeah. They have a really big Dave & Buster's in Rogers, Fayetteville.
They have blacklight mini golf.
Yeah, and that's really boring.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I played that. Now, they do have the blacklight mini golf here at Tilt.
Oh, they have laser tag, but also laser frenzy where you have to like spy maneuver yourself over the laser maze.
Now, the laser tag place that they have here behind the mall, and it's its own building and everything, they have a multi-level laser course that you're on the inside, and it's all black light.
They're saying it's closed now.
Is it really? Laser City, yeah. And it was multiple levels, and there were hiding places and forts, and you would go in there, and it was just everybody against everybody. It was pretty crazy, pretty intense.
I loved laser tag as a kid. It was so much fun.
It's a church now? Okie dokie. So, see, I don't get over there very often. There's no reason for me to. I hate the movie theater. I hate all that stuff. So, COVID put the kibosh to a lot of that stuff. Here we go. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. The latest from Chris Jansen, All I Need Is You.
He's going to be at the Black Oak Camp tomorrow night.
And we've got your chance to win tickets. Another chance tomorrow morning. So be listening for your chance to text the word tickets to win yours.
Morning KIX Takeover now just 3 minutes away.
And we've been talking about if we were to break into your house and steal what's on top of your fridge.
What are we going to get?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Well, a bouquet of the small bottles of alcohol.
Airplane size.
Mm-hmm. Chips, trash bags, the long sticks for shish kebabs.
Sounds like a Thursday night at Jen's house to me.
Shut up, Randy.
Well, it does. That's what.
You don't know nothing about my Thursdays. You have naked Thursdays.
I do have naked Thursdays. What would we end up with if we stole what was on top of your fridge?
Oh, my. Vanilla vodka, Captain Morgan,
Yeah.
Okay,
butterscotch schnapps,
All right.
some flour, some sugar, and 2 buckets of sand.
So, in other words, if we're going to belly up to the bar at your house, we're going to need a stepladder.
There you go.
If we were to break into your home and steal what's on top of your fridge, what are we making off with?
Well, you'd have a bag of Lay's potato chips party size, a bag of Fritos, box of peanut butter Captain Crunch, a pack of chocolate chip M&M cookies, and a clipboard.
So that she can keep track of all the snacks that she's storing on top of her fridge. I get it.
Well, of course.
What would we end up with if we stole what was on top of your refrigerator?
You would get 2 lunch boxes.
Yes. Score.
Wait, what are on the lunch boxes?
One like the adult lunch boxes, like they're not even fun kid lunch boxes.
Lame.
I know, lame, right?
What else?
You would also get free silver Dollar City mugs that do not have an expiration date on them, so you can fill them for $1.50 forever.
Deal. I'll steal those.
Deal. We're breaking into your house.
If we were to steal what's on top of your fridge, what are we going to get?
Text or tell us at 623-1025.
Or you can tell us on Facebook.
And we've got the Morning KIX Takeover now, just 3 minutes away.
On the 4 states number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5. I thought I played the wrong one. I was like, no, it's supposed to be Jen's. I'm like, no, wait, that's right.
You got it. You done the thing. Well, I want to go
show
do
you my grass.
You did. It looked beautiful.
You want to see it again?
Sure.
No, you don't. You guys want to see my grass? Look at this.
It's very good looking grass.
That's my front yard guy who's been working on it to regrow has got it to where it's now like a putting green. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to have some work killing that.
It's very lush. I want to know how much laser tag is, you silly thing.
I don't think they have it.
At Tilt?
Yeah.
Their website says they do.
I know, but I've been in there. We went in there and played the blacklight golf and stuff, and there was no laser tag, and I didn't see bowling unless it's some sort of video game, the one ball that you throw.
They've got an actual alley. They've got a couple alleys right here.
Never seen that. Imperial Bowl. No, that's not here.
The good stuff was hiding from you.
The one bowl up on 4th Street is the only one I know of in Joplin, and they've got like 20 or 30 lanes there.
That's a lot of lanes.
It's an old bowling place, though. We have gone bowling there. Not in years, but we used to go there quite a bit. When you couldn't afford vacation, you did little stuff like that around town.
Oh, wow. They haven't updated their website in a long time. Limited supply, a 20-inch Santa Squishmallow.
What?
Christmas in the spring. What?
The Squishmallow things are weird. That's become a whole thing.
Oh, they're doing Christmas in the spring and summer. Okay, never mind then. Yeah, I want to go to Tilt. I think it looks awesome. Sarah says, I've played laser tag with my nephew, did not see bowling.
Yeah, Tilt is a big chain, so I'm afraid you may be seeing a different Tilt.
But I clicked the Joplin Mo page.
They're probably lying to you.
That's rude.
It is. That's what happens when you're a racist.
Wow.
All right, guys. So tomorrow, I've been aiming to check and make sure the video was working yesterday, and it's working today.
Yay. Oh, tomorrow's Friday.
Yes, it is. And we went over everything we were going to be talking about tomorrow, but we will have your last chance to win Chris Jansen tickets, another edition of Morning Kicks Extra, and we're going to be talking about hot dog sandwiches.
What?
Hot dog sandwiches.
Like
you still don't understand.
You take 2 pieces of bread, chop up a hot dog, and eat that?
No, the hot dog sandwich. The hot dog is a sandwich.
Not
you take it is. Here we go.
This is ridiculous.
Because they're having the hot dog sandwich eating contest at Coney Island.
They don't call it a hot dog sandwich eating contest. It's just a hot dog eating contest.
Well, it's implied.
No, it's not.
It is too. It's between 2 pieces of bread. That is a sandwich.
Sort of. It's like a, I don't know what you want to call this. It's like a hug for the hot dog. It's not
a hug. Give me a hot dog hug. You do not want to search that on Google. Do not.
Don't do that. Really don't do that.
Don't do that. It's a sandwich, and we'll prove it to you tomorrow as we get you ready for the weekend. Another Jen's movie rehab assignment. So all of that happening on Friday. Bye.
Bye. Have a good one.